In the following video, we're just going to examine how to simplify expressions with operations involving imaginary numbers. These are very basic level ones. We'll dive into harder ones in future videos. So do remember that I is the square root of -1 and I squared is -1. And so when you're dealing with simplifying, what you want to do is follow the operations with the coefficients. It's -3 times 8, which is -24. And then you have I times I, which is I squared. Now remember, I squared is really -1. So you have -24 times -1, which is a positive 24. That's your answer. It's the same idea here. We have square root of -6 times the square root of -10. What you want to do is you want to change this so that it is I square root of 6, pull that negative out, make it an I, times I square root of 10. You would multiply the numbers on the outside together. So I times I is I squared. And then multiply the numbers on the inside together. 6 times 10 is 60. And then what we want to do is we want to simplify from there. Remember, I squared is really -1. So you have -1 times the square root of 60. And we need to break down the square root of 60. You have 2 times 30. 2 is prime, 30 is not. But I do have 6 times 5. 5 is prime, 6 is not. I have 2 times 3. So if I take a look, I have one pair of 2's. And then the 3 and the 5 remain inside. So in the outside, I have my -1 times 2. And on the inside, I have my 3 times 5. So -1 times 2 is -2 square root of 15. And that's a simplified radical. Last one is you have number 3, x squared equals -5. If you want to solve this, what you would do is you would take the square root of both sides. Square root of x squared is x, so x equals square root of -5. You need to pull the negative out, turn it into an I, and on the inside of the radical you have 5, which cannot be simplified. So x equals plus or minus 5. When you take the square root and you solve an equation, you have the positive and the negative values. So these are very basic operations involving imaginary numbers and simplifying the radicals. We will dive deeper the further we go.